Hey product Mavens, welcome back to our channel How to Be a PM, your go-to channel for everything product management and entrepreneurship. I'm Ishan and today we are diving into a topic that's fundamentally to building great products, user stories and user story mapping. Whether you are managing a small startup or a large tech product, mastering these techniques will help you create a user-centered approach to product development. So let's get started. First things first, what is a user story? A user story is a simple, clear description of a feature or a functionality from the perspective of an end user. It's not about how you will build the feature, but what the user needs and why. A typical user story format looks like this. As a type of user, I want action so that a benefit. Example, let's say you are working at Spotify and you are developing a feature for users to create collaborative playlists. A user story might look like this. As a music lover, I want to create a collaborative playlist with my friends so that we can all add our favorite song. Notice how this user story focuses on the user's need and the value it brings them rather than detailing the technical implementation. This simplicity and focus on the user's perspective makes it easier for teams to align on what's important. So why are user stories so important? Well, there are few reasons why user stories are important. Number one, clarity and focus. User story helps your team focus on what really matters, the user's needs. This prevents scope creep and ensures everyone is aligned on the product rules. Prioritization. User stories allow you to break down complex features into manageable tasks. This makes it easier to prioritize what should be built first based on the value to the user. Communication. They provide a common language that both technical and non-technical team members can understand. This helps in communicating effectively with stakeholders. For example, at Airbnb, user stories were crucial when they were developing the experiences feature. Instead of just focusing on adding another revenue stream, they created stories like, as a traveler, I want to book unique local experiences so that I can make my trip more memorable. This user centric approach helped them prioritize features that would resonate with their users, leading to the success of Airbnb experiences. Writing effective user stories is an art. Here are some tips to make sure your user stories are impactful. Keep it simple. Focus on the user and the value they get. Avoid technical jargon. Be specific but flexible. While the user story should be clear, it should also leave room for the team to explore the best implementation approach. Number third, involve the team. Collaboration is the key. Engage your developers, designers, and other stakeholders in the process and to get a well-rounded perspective. For example, let's take a feature from Slack. Imagine you are developing a do not disturb feature. A well crafted user story could be, as a remote worker, I want to set my status to do not disturb during focus hours so that I can work without interruptions. This story is simple, user focused, and leaves room for the development team to decide how best to implement the feature, whether it's a manual toggle, automatic scheduling, or both. Now that we understand user story, let's talk about user story mapping. This is a powerful technique that takes user stories to the next level. User story mapping is a visual exercise that helps you organize and prioritize user stories to create a holistic view of your product's feature. It helps teams understand the user's journey, identify gaps, and prioritize what to build next. Example, consider a company like Uber. When they were first developing their app, the user journey might start with finding a ride and end with rating the driver. By mapping out these steps, the team can visualize the user's experience from start to finish and identify key features needed for each step. A user story map typically has three levels: user activities, which are high level tasks the user want to accomplish; user tasks that make up each activity; user stories that support each task. Creating a user story map is a collaborative process. Here, how you can do it: identify the user's journey. Start by mapping out the user's journey in your product. What are the key activities that they will undertake. Break down activities into tasks. For each activity, break it down into specific tasks that the user will need to complete. Prioritize stories. Arrange the user stories in each task by priority. What needs to be done first to deliver the most value? Visualize the map. Use a whiteboard, sticky notes, or a digital tools like Miro or Trello to create a visual map that everyone can see and interact with. Let's use Spotify again. Imagine you are working on a new social feature that allow users to share the listening activity with their friends. Your user story map might look like this: user activity, sharing, listening activity. User task number one: enable sharing activity, user story. As a user, I want to toggle sharing my listening activity so that I can control my privacy. User's task two could be view friends activity. User story. As a user, I want to see what my friends are listening to in real time so that I can discover new music. This map allows you to see the entire feature in context, prioritize what's most important, and ensure that nothing crucial is missed. So, why should you invest time in user story mapping? Here are some key benefits. Holistic view. It helps you see the bigger picture of the product, ensuring that you don't miss any critical features or user needs. Better prioritization. By visualizing the user journey, you can more easily prioritize the features that will deliver the most value. Improve team alignment. It fosters collaboration and alignment across teams, ensuring that everyone understands the product's goals and user needs. Atlassian, the company behind Jira, uses story mapping to prioritize and plan new features. When they were developing Jira's road mapping tool, they used user story maps to understand the different ways product managers would interact with the tool, ensuring they build features that address the most critical pain point first. Master user story is an essential for any product manager or entrepreneur looking to build user-centered products. These techniques will not only help you create features that users love, but also ensure that your team stays aligned and focused on delivering value. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified of new videos on our channel How to Be a PM. And if you have any questions or topics that you want me to cover, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep building and innovating.